The United States, to the horror of the world, withdrew from the Paris Agreement. But despite that, many of the other actors in charge of some of the most advanced and wealthiest economies have withdrawn from the agreement in action. Not a single one is on track to meet their Paris goals. Deeper still, we don't have to project 1 minute into our future to see that the climate crisis is already here. On this note, I speak to you not as an elected official or public figure, but I speak to you as a human being, a woman whose dreams of motherhood now taste bittersweet because of what I know about our children's future, and that our actions are responsible for bringing their most dire possibilities into focus. I speak to you as a daughter and descendant of colonized peoples who have already begun to suffer. In my own community in the United States, in New York City, all 3 major airports servicing the world's most complex airspace are projected to be flooded, in part or whole, by 2080. That is given our current trajectory and accounting for optimism in our actions. Through the fault of human cognitive bias, which lulls us into discounting the value of our future, the year 2080 seems like an abstraction. But if I were to have a child in the next few years, he, she, or they will have to contend with a world where some of our most precious critical infrastructure goes underwater, or our most staple and widely used crops struggle to grow and feed our population. To the chagrin of many of the politicians and voters, I am sad to report that there is no middle road on the climate crisis. We will either address the problem meaningfully and in accordance with scientific consensus, or we will not. The statement is not a matter of radicalism, it is a matter of fact, of policy, and of science. All of this means that rising to the challenge of the climate crisis demands not only that we act meaningfully, but also that we change society. The two are inextricable. Our current logic created this mess, and operating in the same way will not get us out. Changing society for the better is the most sustainable thing we can do, and meeting the climate crisis will require the largest economic mobilization we may have ever tried to pursue as a human species. And that is what a Green New Deal is all about. Preserving our planet with a just transition focused on economic opportunity, jobs and justice, peace and prosperity.